кто-то победит, или я, или рак. Это ужасная гонка.
talking. Let me check. Yes, I am. Hi. Hello, Ella. Long time no see. I hope you've been doing well. I'm just organizing myself here. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's start the game. I wonder if you can still hear me. Let's put the game here.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの協力でお送りしますかな。
Jesus. Wait. Oh my God. Okay. So let's put the chat here. There we go.
ペルソナ 4G アルティマックスウルトラスープレックスホールド
Let's go. Hello. Let's see. My mic is really quiet, or maybe I was talking very low. The mic can't be quiet. Okay, I'm talking. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Cause I already lowered. No, it's okay, Ella. Don't worry about it. I haven't been streaming that much. Can you guys hear me? Now that the game is. No. It wasn't a game at all. It wasn't a game. It was a YouTube music thingy while I was setting up stuff. Hi. I hope everything is okay now. I can lower a little bit the game. I can lower a little. Okay. But the thing, no, I'm not gonna lower. I'm not gonna lower. You know why? Because the settings are perfect the way it is when I hear on my voice. So I'm gonna keep it. Challenger, I haven't been well, to be honest with you. Okay, so I was doing Naoto story. So Teddy, Naoto, let's go. It's been a while since I've feel this falling sensation. But this time, the sensation seems to continue longer than it did when I would enter a TV as part of the investigation team. Oh boy. Before I know it, the falling has ended. I take cover behind a pillar and look around for the 3 shadow operatives. Did I lose them? We all entered from the same television, so we should have arrived in the same place. Or not. I relax a little and take a look around. When I stand up, I notice, but it's difficult to believe. Okay, it's difficult to believe. I take a good look at it. Take a good hard look. Is this a school? And not only that, but
八十神高等学校
hi,
どうなってるんだ？
this is the way to the school I attend. The familiar school building is inside. But there is something unfamiliar out in front. There is a stack of strange monitors. They are all displaying words P1 Grand Prix. This place looks like the real world, but something warped about it. Okay, game? It feels like the world is dangerous again, like was a while like it was a while we were investigating the incident. But the world has returned to the way it was before. While I'm thinking, the students come walking from the building. They gather together and soon the area is filled with people.
そんなバカな。テレビの中にこんな人数。
Suddenly, the students around me start cheering. I see all too familiar burst of static play across the monitors. There we go.
ライバル、それは強敵と書いて友と読む。高校生同士の決死の格闘番組。新たな伝説が今幕を開ける。可愛い七子は誰にも渡さん。鋼のセスコン番長鳴神優。
当然です。
寂れた田舎を踏み台に大英雄に俺はなる。キャプテン・ド・サンシマン花村陽介。
退屈なものは全部ぶっ壊す。
女を捨てた肉食獣男勝りの足技系ドラゴン里中千恵。
肉を食べなさい、肉を。
私をリングに連れてって難攻不落の黒雪姫天城由紀子。
一撃で仕留める。
バラと肉体の狂い咲き戦慄のガチムチ皇帝辰巳寛治。
もっと奥まで突入。
見た目は子供頭脳は化け物 IQ2000 の KY 探偵白金直人。
バカ軍団ですか。
戦えたった一つの生き残りの座をかけて激闘 P1 グランプリ今宵開戦。
If anyone wonders, I am the same height as Naoto. I find it hilarious because she's my favorite character on Persona 4. Killjoy Detective. The shop is dumbfounded for a while. Plus, Yu Senpai Sister Complex Kingpin. Well, it's true that... No. Calm down, Naoto. Calm down and analyze the situation. This otherworldly program where real people for bills. This otherworldly program where pulse phobias are exaggerated to unworthy proportions. Excuse me? The static before the video made me it very clear. This broadcast can only be the Mina channel. And what was this figurine fighting Tournament combatants?
なんだかまるでクマくんが主催者みたいになってたけど。
All of us know that Senpai is coming back to Inaba during the Golden Week. Then could it be some kind of way to welcome him back? No. Calling him a sister complex kinkin. That's not a welcome. That's a challenge. Who would publicize a negative nickname like that? Besides, whatever the reason, I can't imagine someone would seriously want us to fight each other. What is going on? Does it mean that the rest of them are in the TV world as well? Without warning, the sound of microphone feedback pierces my ears.
ハチ公 boys and girls お待たせしました。
この声、藤川さん。
The students were wild. Am I streaming? Hold on. I'm streaming, so what gives? The students go wild on the monitor. Teddy appears to be wearing some sort of costume.
ここに G1 グランプリの開催を宣言するクマ。
It looks like Rise-san and Terry are the hosts running this. Do they really plan on holding this P1 Grand Prix?
お待ちかね第1戦目の挑戦者の登場よ。
If that promotional video is correct, then the members of the investigation team are going to show up. As I can forward see what's going on, a spotlight shines it directly in my face, blinding me.
ナオト白金
The students around me raise their fists to the air and shout. This is a pickle. Actually, it's a battle. It seems that we won't be able to take Kirijo-san down at this rate. First the plane hijacking and now another unforeseen interruption.
なおちゃん、いらっしゃい。
He actually said welcome, Nao-chan.
クマくん、これは。 何なんですか？
さっきの映像見たでしょ。見ての通り格闘大会クマよ。
それはわかりますが、なぜこんなことをと聞いているんです。仲間同士で戦うなんて冗談にも程があるでしょう。
冗談なんかじゃないクマよ。クマはいつでも全力投球 100%。 さあナオちゃん、全力で戦うクマ。
わけがわからないよ。それに今は。
While I'm speaking, I see the area in front of me twist. I close my eyes at once. When I open them, I see only certain things around me have been warped by whatever that was. The scene on the monitors, the students around me. Oh, that's her persona ability. I blink and rub my eyes, but soon I realize that my eyes weren't playing tricks on me.
何なんだ、この生徒たちは何者かに見せられている幻覚。
With their skins missing, the students have become dark shapes that only resemble a human form. Are these shadows of some sort? Well, I do find it hard to believe that so many people could have been wandered into the KG world. Even if many people did get here, the town would be an uproar over the mass disappearance of so many students. It makes more sense them to be shadows, but if that's the case, why did I see them as students? Could it be? Tude and Lisa do both have the power to interfere with other people's thoughts to a certain extent. It may be possible for them to projecting illusions to my mind. But as you have proved, the two of them really are hosts of the show. I decide not to jump into any conclusions for now. Even if the two of them are behind it, why would they hold a tournament and deceive me with illusions? I won't be able to figure anything out until I determine what their objective is. As I'm considering my next course of action, Teddy, or should I say General Teddy, speaks directly to me.
ナオちゃん、何をそわそわしてるクマ？もしかしてお花を摘みに行かれるクマ？
違います。というか、こんなことをするからにはただで解放する気はないということですか？
大正解。先へ進むには勝ち残るしかないクマ。戦って最後の勝利者になった子だけが自由を手に入れるクマ。
This is getting me nowhere. Talking to him doesn't help me figure out what's going on here.
さあでは始めるクマよ。最初の対戦者、出てこいクマ。
Who is it, Kanji? Another spotlight appears across from me. A person steps out of the darkness. It's
久しぶり。
how are you?
先輩、どうして？
約束してたろ。ゴールデンウィークには戻るって。もしかして忘れてた？
いえ、もちろん覚えてます。ただ本当にここにいるとは。
それはこっちもさ。こんなところで会うなんてな。仕事でいないって聞いてたのに。
ええ、実はその仕事絡みでここに。僕自身も驚いていて。
相変わらず付き合い悪いんだな。
Huh? What did he just say?
みんな言ってたよ。友達だと思ってるのに、ナオトにとってはそうじゃないみたいだって。
そんなことありません。今回はたまたま仕事で留守にしていただけです。それより今は
仕事。結局一番大事なのは仕事ってわけだ。今だって俺たちがどうなったかよりも仕事の続きが気になってるんだろ。ああ、そうか。仕事と割り切れない人付き合いは本音じゃ負担。踏み込まれたくないわけか。
先輩。
He's not the type of person to speak so poorly of others, is he? Is this an illusion too?
心配しなくても大好きな仕事に戻れるようリタイアさせてやるよ。今すぐ。
Izunagi, he summoned his persona.
本気ですか？
Senpai attacked me with his persona. That wasn't an illusion, that was real. If he hit me, I wouldn't have been seriously hurt. But now I know something. He's clearly not in his right mind right now. The leader of the investigation team I knew would never, under any circumstances, harm his friend.
とんだ再会になってしまいましたね。仕方ありません。
I have no choice.
Round final. Fight!
お互い決定打が欲しいところですね。お互い決定打が欲しいところですね。
Let me raise the volume of my mic. Just a tiny bit. Ouch. I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. No! I lost.
リードを生かせず逆
I'm not used to her fighting stuff thingy.
Round final. Fight!
大人の犠牲弾が欲しいところですね。稀に見る大接戦でした。ナイスファイト。
My shoulders heave as I grasp to breathe. I managed to win, but Senpai was strong as ever.
ナオト大丈夫か？
はい。
Senpai stands up and offers me his hand as I sit in the ground. Despite the fact that he was hurt worse than I was, he looked in his eyes. The look in his eyes shows that he is seriously worried about me. He has a completely different person. He's a completely different person than the person I was before the battle. Yes, this is the person I know.
よかった。いえ、先輩こそ大丈夫ですか？すみません。こんな事態とはいえ、あなたを傷つけるなんて。
いつものナオトだ。
いつもの？
What was that supposed to mean? I wonder about the use of word usual, but there are more important matters at hand.
これって一体何が起きているんですか？
Senpai tells me what happened in Inaba while I was gone. I'm at a loss for words. The Midnight Channel started to air again. The video that I saw, the promotional video for something called the P1 Grand Prix. Apparently, it had been shown a few times before I just saw it. Wait, that video, it was shown all over town. No, that's no. Now is not the time to let that sort of thing discourage me. According to Yu Senpai, not only did the Midnight Channel made a comeback, but several of us, Kanji-kun, Teddy, Rise-san, are gone missing. Senpai and the others entered the TV of the Junes to investigate this.
驚いたよ。景色が一変してたから。
ええ。ですが、一部はどうも幻覚のようです。
幻覚？
現に戦う前に群がっていた学生たちは見ての通り本物の人間じゃありませんでした。
確かにな。シャドウのような、違うような。敵意は感じなかったけど。
藤川さんや熊くんの件も幻覚かと思いましたが、謎の行方不明。しかも二人の能力を考えると。
I cut myself off. Empire shakes his head in response.
確かに本物って可能性はある。でも信じよう。幻を操る敵なら、あの二人も被害者かもしれない。
そうですね。僕も信じます。
I raise my head to look at Senpai, who is watching me. Our eyes meet, and I hurried looked back.
そういえば、ナオトはどうしてここに？
それは。
There's the question. Well, it's only natural. But I'm here on business, not anything personal. I cannot disclose the details of my investigation. Not only are the rules, but I spoke up, I would end up getting involved. I have to avoid that at all costs. As I am declined what to say.
いや、いいんだ。
The ceiling.
とにかく会えてよかった。
僕もです。すみません。
どうした急に。
だから付き合い悪くて。でも決して友達より仕事が大事とかそういうんじゃなくて。
別にそんな風に思ったことなんてない。みんなだってきっとそうさ。
先輩。
はいはい、いい雰囲気のとこ邪魔するクマよ。
クマくん。
勝者はナオちゃんクマね。最強の先生を倒すなんてやる。さあ、ナオちゃんは先に進むクマ。次の対戦の準備はもう万端クマよ。
When his speech is over, the monitor shuts off. Next opponent, huh? I'd rather not continue this charade, but I have to push forward in order to get a hold of the
なら
situation.
そろそろ行きましょう。
Yu Senpai nods reassuringly. I feel a sense of relief welling up within me. I can't let my guard down, but knowing that Senpai is with me to help me face whatever lies ahead, I know I have nothing to fear. Or so I thought. Bing! Senpai is walking next to me, then he suddenly stops.
なんだ見えない壁。どうなってる？ナートは通れるの？
A wall? There's nothing there. I have my hand through the place where Senpai he couldn't pass, where he couldn't pass through, but I don't feel anything. Then Senpai doesn't look like he's faking it. The monitor turns on again. Teddy's face fills the screen.
あれクマ言い忘れちゃったかな。次のステージへ進めるのは勝者だけ。優勝者が決まるまで誰もこの学校の外へは出さんクマ。戦って戦って最後の勝利者になった者だけがようやく自由を手に入れるクマよ。
言い換えれば嫌でも潰し合わなきゃどちらも出られないってわけか。先に行ってくれナオト。俺もなんとか方法を探す。
わかりました。先輩も気をつけてください。
なあ、また後で。
I am hesitant to leave Senpai behind, but it can't be helped. I like to try to destroy the wall, but there's nothing I can do. I can't touch it. With Senpai smiling at me, I decide to go on ahead. It looks like no matter how many people I fight, I'll have to progress by myself. Well, after some time walking, I run smack into something, even though there's nothing there. I didn't understand what was going on first, but soon I come to realize something. So this is one of the invisible walls Senpai was talking about. It seems that some of them won't allow anyone to pass, no matter who wins the fights. It's completely transparent. The only way to know that it's there is to feel the glass-like smoothness. I had no choice but to take a detour. But time after time, these walls keep getting in my way. I'm not choosing my path, I'm being herbeted. I suppose I'm following the same plain lane won by whoever set this up. Yosuke? After I opened the door to the gym, I saw a space cleared way for that. As I expected, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
なおちゃん、遅い。3名の対戦相手がお待ちかねクマ。
何度も言いますけど、僕には仲間と戦う気は。
はい、じゃあ行くクマ。対戦者出てこいクマ。
へいよ、久しぶりじゃんよ、ナオチ。
Hi Kanji, I didn't expect that.
辰巳くん。
Well, he certainly looks like Kanji-kun. But it only looks that
俺
way.
さ、考えたんだけどさ、ナオチって話し方で損してると思うわけよ。
はあ。
I thought I was ready to face someone, but this isn't a matter to be in. Hold on. I thought I was ready to face anyone, but this isn't a matter of being in my right mind or not. Is this an illusion? Oh, please let it be an illusion.
てねっつうか堅苦しいっつうかなんか他人行儀でよ距離感じるっつうかよ
I don't know what to say.
そうでしょうか。
ほらそういうの今のもそうかなぐらいでよ
そうかな。
やればできんじゃんよ今のでぐっと親近感
I'm confused.
どうも。っていうか僕が近づく以前にそっちがもう50馬身ぐらい離れてる気がしますけど。
へいまた戻ってんじゃん何しますけどって
すみません、つい癖で。
それともあれなわけ俺らとなんか距離縮めなくていいとか思ってるわけ別にそんな親しくならなくてもいいってわけ
そんなこと思ってますないよ。お
てめえがそうやって垣根高くしてっからいつまでも打ち解けねえんだろ
Thank you, you went back to normal.
うわ、キャラが剥がれた。
何かてめえに自信がなくて触れられたくねえっつうアピールか
辰巳くん。
There may be false accusation, but some of these statements are hitting home. I can't brush these words off my ashes. Can't brush off these words, and my heart aches.
何に自信がねえんだタッパかガタイか男らしいと思えねえってかだったら俺が一から鍛え直してやんよああ食いしばれおら
This is insanity.
ちょっと待ってください。まだ何もって。ああ、もう。
Round final. Fight!
お互いキプレーダーが欲しいところですね。さあ、怒涛の猛アタック。このまま勝利に持ち込めるか。どんな展開になるのか。
Whoops.
少し余裕がなかったようにも見えますが、おっとそして逆にしまっていた。まだ足を立っている。番狂わせは起きなかったようです。
I did it.
辰巳くん、大丈夫ですか？
足りめえだろうおめえの攻撃なんざへでもねえんだよちと油断しただけだ
I don't know if he's acting tough or he's trying to be courteous to me, but at least he's back to the usual Kanji-kun. Meow! My cat woke up from his nap. Miko! Miko! I don't know if he's like mental, but he's trying to be courteous to me. Courteous, at least he's back to his usual Kanji-kun. The usual Kanji-kun. Usual? Wait. Didn't you senpai say that too? Well, at the very least, it seems that the spell is broken once the battle ends. I let out a sigh of relief. Still, for some reason, Kanji-kun has yet to look this way.
本当に平気ですか？音信不通だと聞いていたけど、なぜここに？
なぜってそりゃちょっと気分転換に。
Hold on. Is she? That one.
"気分転換にテレビに？何かあったんですか？僕でよければ話を聞きますけど。
話なんてねえよ。いや、お前と話したくねえとかじゃなくて、いや別に話してとかでもなくて、とにかく男には一人でテレビに入りたい時だってあんだよ。
Tattoo. Que achei depois que é de entrar, né? Faz assim, Mico. Sorry. I don't get it at all.
よくわからないんだけど。
しつけえな。俺だって好きで入ったんじゃ。いや入ったんだよ。好きで。
When Kanji turns around, his face is red, but not with anger or something else.
そんな顔が真っ赤になるほど大声で主張しなくても。
Because he likes you. And I has a burner over you.
赤くねえよ。
Yes, you are.
おめえが悪いんだろうが。あれをあんな風に。
僕が何の話ですか？
One Kanji's side of the story is very funny because he actually admits he likes her.
言わせんのかよ。あんなん正気なのが疑っちまうっつんだよ。
正気って僕には辰巳くんの方がはるかに。僕のことをなおちとかなんとか。
なおち？青が！
待てよ。正気を失う？
I saw Kanji-kun as if he's gone mad and saw me as the same. And yet both of his claims that hadn't gone crazy. Oh my god. Getting tired. I can't keep doing this to me. Sorry about that. Took a trip to the kitchen and the back room. Okay, I saw Kanji-kun as if he has gone mad, and he saw me as the same. And yet both of us claim that we had gone crazy. I get it now. That's why you senpai called me the usual Naoto. Kashi, sai, Kashi pra aqui, vem. Não posso estar sem foto de ti, gato. Fala lá. Anda. Oxi.
そうか。幻覚。
あ？
やはり僕たちは互いに相手が正気を失っているという幻覚を見せられていたんだと思います。
Vais para a sala, vais para a sala, vais para a sala. E só sais quando eu acabar. Okay.
だから後から話が噛み合わなかったんだ。
幻覚だ。
おそらく親しい者同士を争わせる策でしょう。でもだとすると
It's not as simple as the person I have to fight being crazy. Yu Senpai and Kanji-kun said things that dig deep into my personal problems. If these are illusions, then whoever's created them has to be someone who knows us.
相手の近くに割り込む能力、僕らについての知識、ここまで揃ってしまうとやっぱり
なんだよ。
主催者を気取っているクマくんと藤川さんはやはり本当の。
バーガーなわけあるかよ。
I look up at Kanji in surprise.
あの熊子とリセは偽物だ。あんなひん曲がった奴らじゃねえ。お前だって知ってんだろ。
Wow, Kanji, you just said something. He doesn't have any proof. But he's unshaken trust. Unshaken trust in us sets me at ease. Even though I told him that Rise and Teddy are both missing, I'm sure his answer won't change.
でもだとしたら誰が。
おう、そういや俺ら以外にも誰か嫌がるみてえだぜ。道すがら見かけた。女だった。長い髪のな。
女？その人はもしかして白い毛皮を着て下には特殊装備の。
No, it wasn't Mitsuru.
毛皮？だそりゃ。八甲の普通の女子の制服だ。髪型はこう後ろで言ってあるみてえな。
結髪の女子生徒？知らない人物だな。
I thought he had might run into Kirijo-san, but that doesn't appears to be the case. Have been the case. Is that girl Kanji-kun is talking about a suspect? I can't tell for sure.
わかりました。気に留めておきます。では僕はそろそろ。
待てよ、俺もってなんだこりゃ。
Ah, the invisible walls again. Just like last time, I can't touch it
どうやら
myself.
勝者しか進めないルールみたいです。後で助けに来ますから。
いらねえよ、自力でなんとかすら。おめえこそ俺を任しやがったんだ。きっちり優勝をもぎ取ってきやがれよ。
それ話が完全にずれてるから。
I'll leave Kanji-kun behind and push on ahead. We're being shown illusions that portray our opponents have they lost their senses. But why is the host of this tournament going to such elaborate lengths? Obviously, it's to get people to know each obviously is to get people who know each other to fight, but is that the goal? Is that the only goal? Still, I wonder how I had appeared to Senpai and Kanji-kun. I'm not that worried about Senpai, but thinking about Kanji-kun's reaction, how he had blushed, is burning a hole in my stomach. As I walk down the hall, I come into another likely location for a match. Just as I figure, Teddy appears on the screen.
今度の相手は特別ゲストくま飛び入り参加のお嬢様感動の再会くまでなおちゃん
まさか
チエ
対戦者出てこいくま
霧城さん
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Hi, Mitsuru.
君は白金くんかなぜここに君は確か参ったなこんなに早く鉢合わせるなんて
The purpose of this event The purpose of this event is to have the participants to fight. And because there is only one path to take, I figured we could run into each other sooner or later. I never imagined that I would never imagine that I would be early. It wouldn't be this early on though. No, there's something else I need to be concerned with. Like the previous times, the opponents will not be seeing each other correctly. With that in mind, I watch her closely, and as I expected, I see a change in her. Mitsuru Kurisha's face twitches when Kurisha-san faces twitches into an expression of contempt, and her posture shatters.
こんな場所まで来ているとは
I don't reply. There's no point in saying anything after all.
目して語らずか自分を偽っている君が他人の真実を探るプロとは何とも滑稽だな君は柔和なようでいてどこか人を寄せつけない雰囲気がある初対面の時からそう思っていた初めは探偵業独特の空気なのかと思っていたがそうじゃなかったようだ
You don't even know her! Isuru, you don't even know Naoto!
君は単純に自分に自信がないんだ
You don't even know her. I have some trouble saying
君は
silence.
自分の本性を隠しているそこに触れられると誇りが守れなくなるのを知っているからだだから誰にも触れさせない探偵業にかこつけて誰からも距離を取り実は自分を守っているそんな君が他人の真実だけは知りたいのか自己矛盾アンフェアだ肩腹痛いな
I clench my fists in spite of myself.
そな
Kirijo-san, Relentless's Kirijo-san Relentless's words. Even if it's only an illusion, I begin to feel that if I lose, I'll never be able to look back at her in the eye again. I begin to feel that if I lose, I'll never be able to look in her eyes again. I cannot lose here.
言いたいことはありますが、やめておきましょう。幻覚の語った言葉なんかに答える意味はありません。
I really love Naoto. Maybe it's because she's short like me. I don't know. Maybe.
Round final. Fight!
Mitsuru! Mitsuru! Mitsuru, chill out, okay? Chill out.
やはり相手のモルタル
Yeah, rematch. I know Mitsuru is strong, but Jesus! And yes, that was a pun to her persona. Chill out, because her persona uses ice attacks.
Round final. Fight!
Okay, no! Shoot! If I have to fight Taki, I'm gonna cry.
強いな。見かけによらず、荒ごとにもたけるというわけか。
Yeah, but you beat me once.
君もペルソナ使いだったとはな。
With Kirijo-san stands up. With that, Kirijo-san stands up.
一つ断っておきたい。戦闘に入る前、私が何か君に無礼な言動を取ったかもしれないが。分かっています。互いを戦わせるために幻覚を見せられていた。気づいていたのか。さすがに白金の名は伊達じゃないな。では私も君のその体に関する数々の言葉は忘れることにしよう。
She actually didn't say anything. Wait, what? Her body? What did illusionary me
し
say?
かし君がペルソナ使いだったとなると推測が2つ成り立つな。
Kirijo-san looks straight at me.
一つは君が去年の連続殺人を真に解決した功労者の一人だろうということ。名もなき英雄たちというわけだ。
I shrug. And then I brace myself for other shoe to drop. I know what she's about to say.
もう一つは君が私の敵対者かもしれないということだ。君は空輸の立ち会い人だったわけだが、ペルソナ使いという人選だったことになる。しかも君はそれを隠していた。ただの荷物番が目的で派遣されたとは考えられない。もし私の指摘が的外れでないなら、君に言わなければならないことがある。
In all honesty, I feel like I have no defense or what's going to happen next. I began trying to find a way to make it through this conversation without running into whatever goodwill may still have. I may still have with her. But Kirijo-san's next words take me completely by surprise.
白金君、改めて協力を仰げないだろうか。この世界については君に一日の長がある。加えて負けた私はおそらくここを動けない。待ってください。僕を疑っているんじゃ。対立した方が得策か。
I have no words. Kirijo-san smiles as she watches me. Her proposal completely surprised me. My surprise must have confirmed that she was thinking about me. She knew that I am not the type of person who would come at her enemy under normal circumstances. That is why she smiled. I am no match for her. She's not. She's on a completely different level than I am. It's not a matter of social rank. She simply has the type of personality that makes people want to follow her. Kirijo-san doesn't wait for me to answer and continues.
君が察している通り、我々は強奪されたニオを追ってここへ来た。調べた結果、中身は対シャドウ特別制圧兵装5式ラビリス、その躯体だと分かった。シャドウと戦うためにペルソナ実装のテストベッドとして開発された機体だ。ペルソナは心の力では。 なのに機械がペルソナを？
そうだ、ラビリスには精神がある。容姿も細かくは不明だが、おそらく人に近い。
A humanoid machine. I did see something filling that description somewhere before I came through the TV world. So that was a weapon developed by the Kirijo group. A humanoid robot, one with a heart at that. This is the fruits of Kirijo technology created from the research of shadows. I cannot help but be surprised. However, the culprits were specifically after this laborious weapon. There is a high probability that has been removed from the case and it's mobile. But I can't fathom how that would benefit the thieves. There is one thing I can deduce though.
強奪事件が起きたのとほぼ同時にこの世界でも事件が。これはただの偶然でしょうか？この格闘大会の騒ぎとそのラビリスとは関係があるように思えます。
同感だ。
Before I know what I'm doing is reach out to shake hands with Kirijo-san.
先ほどの協力の件、お受けします。急いだ方がいいかもしれません。
すまない。君の仲間たちも大変な目に遭っているだろう時に。何も知らずにラビリスと遭遇している可能性も。
彼らなら大丈夫です。
ラビリスには未知の特殊装備があるとの記録もある。戦闘能力は未知数だ。侮りは。
いえ、大丈夫というのはそういう意味じゃありません。心があるんでしょ？なら戦うだけじゃない。救うことだってできる。みんなそう考えると思います。
そうか。
When I say that, I can see a smile on her face. I can tell her she believes in her friends as well.
そうだ。一つ確かめたい。君たちは仲間と連絡を取り合えているか？
I shake my head.
いいえ。本来は情報系のペルソナを持つ仲間が2人いるんですが、どちらも消息不明で。
実は私にも少しだがそういった力がある。その仲間の容姿など教えてもらえるか？
I give her a detailed descriptions as Rise-san and Teddy as I can.
クマの着ぐるみと少女？もしかして。
はい。主催者のように振る舞っている2人です。ただ、いつもはあんな風じゃ。
But you know, maybe it's Labyrinth and the real Teddy?
なるほどな。だが、おかげで漢字が具体的につかめて探しやすい。反応を探ってみよう。
Kirijo-san focuses and closes her eyes. Her power must allow her to see the image, and she searches. It may be only a few powers, but it's quite amazing.
一つだけ離れた場所に反応があるな。移動していない。
This song is a song when you actually are in the entrance of Tartarus. And that's why I love Persona 3 and Persona 4 because they are connected. I'm really glad. I really like these two games. But my favorite one is the third one. I'm getting a match from some waves here. It's not moving either.
見つけた。聞こえるか。
Hi, Yurise. That voice.
私は桐城充という。今、君の仲間の白金くんと一緒にいる。
Kirjo-san looks at me and nods. She is communicating to me so that Risa-chan can hear my voice as well.
藤川さん。
直人君、本
はい。どうやら藤川さんもそうみたいですね。
物？よかった。変な偽熊に捕まって先輩たちはなんか戦っちゃってるし。
So Risa-chan's voice on the PA system was a fake. If that's the case, then there is no reason to believe that the image of Teddy on the monitors is the real thing either.
大丈夫です。落ち着いて。今いる場所がどこかわかりますか？
放送室みたいなとこ、なんか見えない壁みたいのがあって出られないの。偽熊のやつに見張られてて、ペルソナも使えないし。
I don't know who that fake Teddy is, but it seems that Risa-chan and the real Teddy were kidnapped to deceive us of a mass. Oh, I'm sorry. The real Teddy were kidnapped to deceive us from means of communication. In other words, to keep us fooled while we were in this world. Then again, that explains nothing but whoever's objective could be gained by doing this to us. Gained by doing this to us. How does Lever's existence tie into this?
あ、そうだ。ありがとうございます。キリジョーさんでしたっけ？
Kirjo-san, was it?
キリジョー？どっかで。それは後でいいか。あなたもペルソナ使いなんですか？
ああ、だが詳しい話は後にしよう。実は君のすぐ近くにシャドウらしき反応が見える。大丈夫なのか？
いいえ、近くには偽熊しか。こいつが？
シャドウか。
I was hesitant to make that a decision. Kirijo-san does not know about Teddy. Of course she wouldn't know his origins. Even if the general was the real Teddy, she wouldn't probably think of him as a shadow if she didn't know better. But the general is merely something else that's taking on his appearance. It leads to a completely different conclusion. It's a shadow form on a normal human who doesn't have any tolerance for this world. But if that's the case, then why is the shadow mimicking Teddy? I don't have enough pieces to begin solving this puzzle yet. While I'm in the process of thinking things through, Keijo-san speaks up.
白金くん、早く行くんだ。通信は可能な限り私が維持し、君にも届ける。わかりました。ではお先に。どうぞご無事で。
I nod back at her and start running. Onward. To the announcement room where Rise-san is being held. As I hurry on, led by the invisible walls, I reach a classroom. I'll be forced into another fight here too, no doubt.
順調に勝ち進んでるクマね。さあ、お次もスペシャルゲスト。
I'm guessing either Ides or Aki. I don't wanna fight Aki. He's way too strong.
なおちゃんにぶつけるのは酷かもしれんけど。だからこそ、なおちゃんのちょっといいとこ見てみたい。
The gloves may be off. Okay, Aki? I was having a feeling in my head that
さあ、
Aki.
対戦者、出てこい、クマ。
I knew it! I'm sorry. I see a silhouette framed into the spotlight. It's Sanada Akihiko. Well, how could I forget with that attire?
あなたは確か真田明彦さんですね。
I was saying Agus not to think about Aki. I don't want to fight him.
ほう。帰国したばかりの俺を知っているのか。
桐城充さんの組織の一員。いえ、ご友人でしょうか。
なるほど。探っている本命は充か。少年探偵。
His words caused me to tense up. He just called me Ace Detective. Perhaps that was just a guess from my family's names, Shirogane, but he couldn't know that I'm spying on them for the police. I carefully search in his eyes for anything that might tell me how much he knows. He looks over me from head to toe and immediately sniffers mockingly. Mockingly? Okay, I'm the same height as her. Don't be a jerk, okay?
貧弱な体だな。
You know, that's not the first time I was told that. Real life. Out of the fields. And I'm old. I got 16. I'm sorry, I
探偵の資本は頭脳より体だ。不規則な鉄や長時間の張り込み、それに耐えうる頑強な肉体。なのになんだその枯れ枝のような細い手足。胸周りだけは人一倍あるようだが、見たところ筋肉ではなく脂肪だな。まったく。
You know, I only give you that excuse because I like your voice. both in English and in Japanese. You have a very sexy voice. But what's wrong with him? That's the part of my self-image I'm most sensitive about. I know, me too. This is real life. This is real life here. This is real life. Okay? I was born in 89, okay guys? For people who are watching this, I was born in 89 and I have the same height as her, okay? And people call me, oh, you're just a 12-year-old. Oh no, you're talking like you were 16, maybe 18 tops. Okay, if you're even older than that, 20. Almost 20. I'm like, I feel more used to that, but okay.
俺が体作りの極意を教えてやろう。
Oh, teach me. You can take off your pants too if you want to. Just kidding.
まず、1にプロテイン、2にプロテイン、3、4も5にもプロテインだ。
You know, too much meat is bad for you, so just saying.
偏ってるでしょそれ。
Yeah, you know, kanji no, I'm sorry. Shinjiro-kun always tells him that you need veggies. Did you know broccoli have proteins too, Aki? Tofu has protein. Veggies have proteins. Sanada-san flexes his muscle like a bodybuilder. Yeah, that's probably what he does the most.
そしてスパーリング。ワン、ツー、であ。
Come at me. He said sparring, but that was a punch meant to serious damage. That's absurd. Whoever's putting in his up rigged that. Okay, whoever's putting his upright talk side, his skill as a fighter isn't something I should take lightly. Shoot, I can't dodge them all.
ミツル。
Hold on. Kanada-san stops suddenly as a familiar voice echoes through the room.
幻覚を見せられたんだ。白金君は何もしていない。手を出すな。
どういうことだ。こいつがいきなり殴りかかってきたんだぞ。
It's a she, by the way.
僕が殴った。
I suddenly remember. That's right. This is all an illusion. Even if I met Sanada-san before, though I don't know what his usual self is supposed to be. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. On top of that, I allowed first thing he said to get under my skin. How stupid of me to let myself slip in before the situation and fail to realize what was really happening.
僕からすれば先に殴りかかってきたのはあなたの方です。僕たちは互いに戦い合うよう幻覚を見せられたんです。
白金君は優秀な探偵だ。ペルソナ使いでもある。 事情を話して協力してもらうことになった。もともと今回の件でも警察側の立ち会い人として居合わせていて、私も知らない仲じゃない。
Okay, I don't know if this is a typo or they really think Naoto is a guy. Kirijo and I explained to Sanada-san what has been happening up until now. It's brief to learn that, despite his appearance, he's actually quite a reasonable man and quick to pick up things. Quick to pick up on
認
things.
識を惑わせるノイズのような感覚はすでにない。もう話は通じるはずだ。
We were introduced ourselves and shake hands. He has a tight fist.
どうやらくだらん仕掛けに惑わされていたようだ。
こちらこそ知っていたはずなのに取り乱してしまって。
ペルソナ使いか。出会ったのも何かの縁だ。お前の実力一つ試していかないか。
Kanada-san slams his fists together.
秋彦、また悪い病気が出たな。いいから彼に協力してやってくれ。
I don't mind.
わかったわかった。なら行くぞ、白金。
待ってください。大会のルールが。
You can't move forward unless one of us wins anyway. As Sanada-san walks away. Yep. As I figured, he hit the wall. He hit the wall.
大丈夫ですか？
どうした？何が起きた？
We can't proceed unless we fight anyway.
わからん。見えない壁のようなものが。
ルールでは勝者しか先に進めないことになっていますから、その。
One way or another, we have to. He was closer a second ago, but now Sanada-san has taken on more lively expression.
つまり決裂していなくても勝者を決める必要があるわけか。
Yeah, one way or another, we had to.
なんだ、結局戦うんじゃないか。よし、全力で来い。
Oh, I will.
お手柔らかにお願いします。
Don't. I could almost hear Keijo-san say in exhaustion. No need to go easy. さて来い、先輩。
Round final. Fight!
お互い手だが欲しいところですね。君を知るか。おっと、見事な成功です。
Ow!
これはもう勝負は決まったですよ。
Did you really go easy on me, senpai? Or was I too fast for you?
やるな。いい試合だった。
試合って。
Valtteri. I don't know.
どちらか一人だけしか進めないというのはなんとも厄介なルールだな。
ちょっと待て。そういえばさっき あの総統とかいう着ぐるみと女子生徒が一緒に歩いてるのを見たぞ。常に一人しか進めないならルールに反している。
The fake Teddy and Risa-san were together all this time. Then couldn't the girl he's talking about be Risa-san?
そ
No.
の女子生徒の具体的な容姿を覚えていますか？
Kanada-san tells me about the girl he'd seen. What he say matches the description of the unknown girl Kanji-kun had talked about. Which means that there is a high probability that the person he's seen walking with her was not the general but the real Teddy. And at the very least, this is evidence against the arrangement that Teddy is the general. This creates another theory though. The general is not the real Teddy. Then there's someone. Then he's someone else's shadow. At the very least, this is evidence that the argument that the Teddy is the general. This creates another theory though. If the general is not really Teddy, then someone is a shadow as him, and there's only one person that fits the bill. Well, not person per se, but
その少女がラビリスだとして、その彼女がシャドウの宿主とは考えられないでしょうか？
That's right, Labyrinth. If she has a heart capable of using a persona, then it stands to reason that she could create a shadow. In the light of how the events of last year played out, it makes perfect sense. She was kidnapped by someone who threw her into the TV world, creating a reflection of her heart.
ラビリスと八十神高校の関連性は少なくともデータ上では確認できない。まして君や君の仲間たちのことを知っているとは考えにくいが。
Vai, vai se embora daqui, vai, vai, sai, sai. I've been having doubts about that as well. But at least I had a feel on what's going on. What Levere's kidnappers hope to gain from this refrains unknown, however. At any rate, it wouldn't be good if the shadows were run into this. At any rate, it wouldn't be good if the shadow were to run into its owner. Either way, it's best if I head to the announcement room. As it's much more logical to restrain the false steady, since I know its location. Then it would have to search for a Leverett somewhere in this world. Still, if that really is steady with Leverett, why are they traveling together?
何やってんのよ、クマってば。すみません、キリジョーさん。私あんまり手伝えなくて。
こちらこそ不手際ですまない。私の通信能力は補助的なものでな。かつての高校時代の仲間にはもっと力の強い情報系能力者がいたんだが。
Shizuka。
そんな、全部あのバカグマのせいですよ。あいつほんと人を心配させる天才なんだから。
しかし見知らぬペルソナ使いに一度にこう何人も出会うとはな。昔を思い出す。
驚いたのは僕らも同じです。可能性を考えなかったわけじゃないですが、実際に僕ら以外のペルソナ使いと会うなんて。
高校時代の仲間ってなんか私たちみたい。キリジョーさんたちの高校時代ってどんなだったんですか？聞いてみたいかも。
そうだな。明彦はこう見えて学生時代はボクシングのチャンピオンだった。
こう見えては余計だ。
それが何を間違えたのか、急にもっと強いやつに会いに行くとかなんとか言い出したな。
武者修行？なんか漫画とか時代劇みたいですね。
必要だと思ったから行動した。それだけだ。
To each their own. This peaceful moment was shattered by Kirijo-san's voice.
待て。なんだこの反応は。シャドウに似た大きな。
Another shadow presence, and it isn't a false steady.
なんだろう。なんかイセクマが急に放送室から出てった。
Rise-san made a report immediately after that. Sanada-san and I look at each other. It seems like the situation is changing. Sanada-san nods to me, and after taking a small bow, I run off. with no one watching over her anymore, Rise-chan was able to summon her persona. The job was providing support moved from the Kirijo-san, who not all of us knew, to Rise-san. Contacted to the rest of us and let us talk to each other for a moment.
リセちゃん、よかった無事だったんだ。みんなも来てるから大丈夫。すぐ助けに行くから。
あれ、なんでナオトいいんだ？
I can't help but smile at this. I can't help but smile at this as I tell them about the others I had seen so far. It seems we're all safe for now. And now that we can communicate, we're greatly increased our awareness of the situation and our ability to share information. The general must have known that leaving Rise above. General must have known that leaving Rise-chan alone would result in this. If he did know, even if he did know, but he left her anyway, there must have been something major happening. Either that or he no longer has any reason to hide. I hurry on while we shared that we know. The actual design of this place may differ from the real Yasugami High School, but the general layout appears to be the same. So if I climb the stairs, I turn the corner to the announcement room should be right here, right there. However, Rise-chan calls out in a warning before I can get there.
間に合わなかったか。
あれ、もう一匹。本物のクマ？本物のクマも来た。知らない女の子連れてる。
The fact that Rise-chan communication didn't get cut off once the General Teddy appearance is somewhat worrisome. But then again, General Teddy doesn't have the time to bother watching Rise-san. After all, in the real Teddy and Labyrinth, both right and there as well, he has more important things to be concerned with. This confirms that the General Teddy is a fake. It's only natural then to assume that he is a Labyrinth shadow in disguise. But that makes things dangerous. Labyrinths and her shadows are confronting each other. Rise-san should know the dangers of the situation, but she doesn't know Labyrinth. She might not realize that the relationship between the girl and the shadow. I have to warn her. But before I can speak, it happens. The static gets worse.
藤川さん、藤川さん。
Why can't I communicate with her when we were so close? There's something happening in the announcement room. I run as fast as I can towards it. As I reach the door, I hear a loud scream from inside. Naoto is so cool. Love it! As I reach the door, I can hear a loud scream from inside. I slam the door open without a second thought. Prepared for a fight. Did the attack came from unexpected silence of anyone in that room? I wouldn't have thought it would be. Should we continue? Claro. Sure. Mochiron. We're gonna save Aki for last. I don't like Aigas that much. But okay, let's do Aiga, then Mitsuru, and then Aki.
お目覚めですか？
すみません。新型装備の搭載試験中で意識をオフにしていました。
Yeah, I thought so.
ええ。ですので、緊急通信を使用しました。現時刻をもって我々に出動要請です。
Yeah, because I don't remember that thing on her head. She didn't have those.
何か事件が？要請とはどこからですか？
詳しい状況は移動の車内で。なお待機により隊員ナンバーの最も若い隊員が指揮代行となりますが、現状ではあなたです。
Kinda sounds like Aki.
私が指揮？構わないのですか？私は。
試験としても適任かと。
了解しました。
May 1st, 2012, 9:30. Men equipped with assault suits and tactical vests line in the concrete ground. Their urban camouflage and uniform poses give the appearance of an ordinary line of rocks. 30 minutes have passed since a special assault team took up their positions on the landing strip surrounding the stopped passage plane. Their captain glares at the plane before he slowly turns around and looks at each of his men. Every last words on wears ski masks and thick tactical visors to mask their identities, but he knows them nonetheless.
状況を確認する。簡潔にやってくれ。時間がない。
One of the team members steps forward. The touchscreen tablet in his right hand has a summary of the case on it. On May 1st, 2012, around 0900 hours, a wide-body passenger aircraft headed for Kagoshima sent out a 7,500 QR codes building passenger boarding. Following the signal, the captain reported to the control tower that their aircraft had been hijacked. Since the uprising occurred during the passenger boarding, only half of the passenger, 168 exactly, had boarded. The 10 crew members brings a total of 178 hostages through the crew to be on board. Some passengers seated next to each other had succeeded in escaping. The following points were gained from questioning them. Take care not to be seen by the hijackers. There are three hijackers. All of them are covering their faces with ski masks. All of them are all of them are armed with what seems to be pistols. From their voices and builds, they appear to be males. They all spoke fluent Japanese. Currently, the aircraft in question has moved the front of the landing strip at the hijackers' hesitance and is stopped there. Okay. The authorities have attempted to negotiate with the hijackers by radio, but they have made no demands. The team members finishes his report. The captain nods silently and addresses his team.
旅客機乗っ取り事案は国内では10年起きてない。俺も含めハイジャック対処経験者は一人もいない。だが動じるな。自分自身と訓練を信じて冷静にことに当たれ。俺たちのやることは変わらん。
The captain turns towards the plane again, taking that as a cue. The team scatters to their specified posts to take up positions. The only thing to do now is to see what happens. Eventually, 10 o'clock comes around. Half an hour has passed with no new developments. Repeated attempts to contact the hijackers have been made, but they have yet to make any demands. Tensions are beginning to rise. The worst case scenario is that they had no need to make demands. That their objective is to seize the passenger plane itself. In this case, the team would be facing a large-scale terrorist attack.
だんまりじゃわかんねえぞ。
The captain mutters to himself in deep thought. From the perspective of rescuing the hostages, the captain mutters to himself in deep thought. From the perspective of rescuing the hostages, every second that passes without learning the hijackers' objectives in a second wasted. Without a second wasted, the captain and his team can wait in hiding, but the same is not true for the passengers on board. For uncertain civilians, trained civilians, extreme stress can easily lead to psychical and mental problems. It's not true only for the hostages, but for the hijackers as well. When people lose their nerve, they tend to act rashly. The hostages will begin to lose hope, and the hijackers will begin taking it on the hostages. An hour into the incident, anything could happen inside the plane. The captain could do nothing but to glare at the time ticked by. After 15 more minutes had passed, a slight change in the situation was reported. All emails and calls going through the situation near the airport I began to check out, but at that moment, no messages, okay. Hi. Are being checked, but at this moment no messages are through to have been sent from inside the plane. It appeared that the hijackers had confiscated all cellular phones as per standard hijacking plans, but
本部より入電。乗客名で契約された端末から発信あり。スマートフォンのようです。GPS 位置情報も機内を示しています。
内容の確認急げ。
There are two possibilities the hijackers are using. There's two possibilities. The hijackers are using the passenger's phone to contact associates outside, or a passenger is contacting someone in secret. The latter possibility is more likely. More and more devices have communication capabilities, now making it extremely difficult for hijackers to remove them entirely from play. And the more and more hostages are involved, the more courageous they become, and more likely they are to take risks. Unfortunately, more hostages involved means it's all more dangerous to provoke the hijackers. Each individual hostage is Each individual hostage is worthless to them. The details of the transmission makes it apparent that the situation is worse than the team had assumed. The cell phone's owner is a man in his 60s in first class. He signed up for a certain service after being diagnosed with a heart illness. It's a remote EKG monitor service that keeps track of his patient's heartbeats. Huh. A scheduled message was automatically sent from the patient's cell phone. Oh. The service provider promptly contacted the police, informing them that the man was in a bad shape. Ah, interesting. I mean, poor old guy. He's actually the same age as my dad, but okay.
1時間以内に措置しなければ命に関わるか。いよいよ猶予はないな。
As panic spreads, a proposal for negotiation based on this fact and the proposal from the storm, the plane, are both considered. But because only half of the passengers had boarded, the situation inside the plane is uncertain, making devising a tactical plan difficult. Though, if nothing is done, the passenger will surely succumb within the hour. A bunker like this must be avoided at all costs. That was the thinking that guided the police officials to make their decision. That same day at 10:30. Poor guy.
はあ、一時撤収？ハイジャックで突入要員が撤収とはどういう？はい、了解しました。
そんな、我々が撤収してどうなるんです？
命令だ。直ちに交代、準備急げ。
No one understood the sudden withdrawal order. Why withdraw the only team during a hijacking? No one on the scene agreed with the decision, but the order could not be overturned. The men here are not to brain but to limbs, but limbs whose power is best put to use by precisely following orders. Just then another group approaches without a sound. Deep breath. Its members are dressed differently in suits and trench coats, but all of them are wearing black and sunglasses. It's the man in black! It's the man in black! At a glance, it's clear that they are tall, well-built, and used to rough situations. Let it go. With nearly 20 of them gathered in one place, they are imposing despite their silence. they don't seem to be airport personnel, but neither of them know. But neither are they known to the police. But the captain senses they are in the same line of work and approaches.
誰だあんたら
His voice is laced with suspicions, but the man in the head of the group speaks dispassionately as he'd heard nothing.
今より30分間、現場指揮権を我々に移譲していただきます。
I told you, me MIB, Man in Black. I told you. MIB, Man in Black. I told you, even though I never played this game. I wasn't joking. Okay, it's a Man in Black. Okay, with sunglasses. It was the first thing that I remembered, and they confirmed it. For the next one.
誰だって聞いてんだ。責任者はドイツだ。
The captain stones and unconsciously hardens. The group of men in black. I said it right, parts one of their numbers in the rear, steps forward. The captain can stop himself from running his brow. He can already sense the unrest spreading amongst his team, who watches in silence. The one stepping forward looks like a 17 or 18-year-old girl. She is dressed in black and wears sunglasses like those around her, but her slender build is out of place. Okay, who is she? Her blonde hair stands out even more in contrast to all her black outfit. Okay, it's Aigis. The girl walks a few more steps forward and removes her sunglasses. Yep. The captain had intended to appraise the look in her eyes, but only grasps the face of her crystalline blue. He quickly regains himself and frowns.
ジョーちゃんが責任者ってか
はい。
舐めてんのか
言い争いに費やす時間はないかと。
The girl looks at him, fiercely despises the armed team surrounding her. The absurdity of it all is what helps the captain get. The absurdity of it all is what helps the captain get over his surprise. Her age and appearance are most likely meaningless. She is clearly no ordinary girl. Now she's a robot.
所属ぐらい焼かす気はないのか
お答えいたしかねます。
どこの誰かも確かめずに現場を渡せってのか
Wow, so many texts for one little thing he said.
すでに撤収命令が出ているはずです。
Her calm, sweet voice only irritates him. The captain closes the distance to the girl, and while he stops short of grabbing her suit, he glares into those blue eyes from only inches afar.
人命がかかってんだ。上の連中と何を握ったか知らんが、乗客が命を落としたら責任取れんのか。
こうしている間にも乗客は危険にさらされています。一刻も早く救うことが私の、いえ、我々双方の責務のはずです。
Hold on. Boy. Migo, tu tá tudo comigo? Toma pra aqui, ó. I had to put my cat near me. Mimi. The girl is completely unfruitful as she speaks. It's like she is a machine or something. The captain thinks more dumbfounded than angry.
信じてください。救いたいのは私たちも同じです。
For the first time, something like determination flicks with those crystalline eyes. After looking into them, the captain finds something aching to resolve, and confidence in them that he steps back. He's raising his right hands to He's raising his right hand to his chest. He shows the girl that his watch.
時計合わせろ。30分きっかりだ。1秒も譲歩しない。
了解しました。
After the girl nods, she gives instructions to prepare a stair car to the ground she is leading. Oh, okay, the captain's first. Captain's nervously. Since there are a few uses for a stair car, quietly moving in place may make the hijackers think that the strike team is getting ready to storm the plane. But there is no hesitation in the girl's actions.
ではできるだけ自然に視覚に入りながら進んでください。
Eventually, a ruthless stair car advances slowly towards the passenger
接
plane.
近は機体から約10メートル地点が限界でしょう。
十分です。
More than enough. What's the point of half-assing like that? The captain announcements the captain's annoyance begins to turn to curiosity. If the if she's replacing the SAT, then she must have a plan beyond the simple brute force, but
では状況を開始します。
the stair car stops. The girl gets out of the driver's seat. Okay, the girl gets out of the driver's seat. She walks slightly behind the vehicle and turns towards the passenger plane. And squats down.
何してんだあいつ。
The captain brings up a pair of binoculars to see what she will do. At first, she assumes she is going to use the stair car movement as a decoy and send her team in a far different direction. Like humans, most vehicles have significant blind spots above and underneath. Yet that doesn't matter. That doesn't seem to be her plan. Does she plan to make her move while using the stair car as cover? Is she possibly going to spy them? The captain discards the possibility. It would be foolish to set up a sniper breach at a lower angle of elevation where the girl is now. While the captain mulls over the question, the girl makes an unexpected move. She appears to lower her stance slightly, one movement, and in the next she is no longer in sight. By the time the captain realizes she is running, she's already reached the top of the stair car. Her slender body launches like a cannonball from the top of the stairs.
飛んだ。
Even the set members voice their surprise. The girl lips arcs in a distance of over 10 members. It's clearly beyond the abilities of a human being. Coming in the middle of the hijacking, the scene seems even more surreal. The girl leaps over the top of the aircraft and stands as nothing unusual had happened. She looks at the aircraft beneath her and slowly turns her head to scan it from back to front. It reminds the captain of the movement of the security camera. He knows it should be impossible, but he wonders if she can see through the plane ceiling. Eventually, the girl seems confident of something and begins walking. When she reaches the boarding hatch at the front, she moves her right hand to her back. The captain notices that the special knife, coated gray from blade to hilt, in her hand.
何する気だ
The girl suddenly lowers her stance and slides down the side of the aircraft. Just as she's about to fall, she thrusts the knife into the jamb of the hatch and dangles from it.
むちゃくちゃしやがる
She then uses her left hand to pull the handle and unlocks the hatch with ease. Once the thick, airtight door just is out of the aircraft, the girl nimbly jumps into the plane. The captain is shocked by her dauntless methods. He begins to wonder if she intends to defuse the situation on her own. She'll be enough. The captain lowers the binoculars and faces the reality before his own eyes. Who in the world is she? The doubts he had dismissed rise within him again. A warning light goes on with the camped cockpit. Two people there notice it at once. One of them is the captain sitting in the pilot seat. The other one is the man holding a gun on the back of the captain's head. The light is labeled hatch opened. Even an amateur could understand what it means. The man suddenly tenses and stands up and stands ready at the passenger side door. He prepares himself for someone to charge in through it. But he quickly regains posture and turns the gun back down on the captain. The man casts irritated glances back and forward between the captain and the door for a while, but eventually approaches the door, his gun pointed at the captain. He cautiously cracks open the door and looks towards the passenger seating. Just outside the cockpit is the first class section. Section. But the passengers were granted But the passengers were gathered in economy class at the time of the hijacking. First class is empty. The man squints to warn off the observation, to wander off observation, or worse, snipers. The window covers were down, coming into the darkened plane from the blind cockpit forces his eyes to adjust. But from the corner of his eyes, he sees a glint of light shining. It's unlike the regular ones. And within that light is a silhouette. Before he can react, the silhouette figured closest distance. A hand grabs the edge of the door and opens it with tremendous force. Two quick, heavy blows follow. The man collapses without a sound. The captain turns around in surprise to see the intruder, a blonde girl with index finger to her lips, signing silence. She first lies the man on the ground and then removes the pistol from his hand. On closer inspection, it's only a model gun, supplemented with metal parts. The seam between the parts is in a different places compared to the real gun. If taken apart, the dismantled pieces would look like there's nothing like a real pistol. The girl then takes handcuffs from a small pouch of her waist and fists the man's arms into a seat. To a seat leg near the window. Okay. Even if he wakes up, he will be unable to stand. Though the captain still looks as if he wishes to say something, the girl's eyes met with his, and insists silence and leaves. The curtain, driving first class and economy class, is closed. The girl hides herself behind and peeks through. There is a man in each of the aisles. There is a man in each of the aisles on the left and right. Neither seems to have noticed her. The passengers' cabin crew are crammed into the seats in the back. Everyone's placement matches the readings of what her heat sensors picked up above the plane. Both remaining hijackers are closer to first class. The man close to her is only a few steps away. She judges that he can easily be disassembled if she moves quickly. They both carry pistols, but they are in the same type of the drowned hijacker. From what she can see, these two are mere model guns. The girl swiftly pushes aside the curtain and grabs the closest man's right wrist. The hijacker caught off guard by the sudden appearance of such a slender girl, stops moving for a moment. He surrenders any chance of victory he may have had. With a pained cry, he drops off the pistol to the ground. The girl uses her grip on his right hand to put him on the ground and then smoothly pulls off the other pair of handcuffs and locks his arms to the passenger seat. The man wrenches about, but despite his struggle, he is no better than a worm rating on the ground. The last hijacker has finally recovered from his shock and he's aimed his gun. The girl pulls off a button from the other man's sleeve and flickers it towards her opponent's face. The button travels in an immense speed through it, was launched only from her fingers. The man tries to shield his face, but he is too late. He groans in pain when the projectile strikes his forehead. The girl does not let the opportunity pass. She easily jumps over the 3-seat wide open center block of seats with one arm and grabs the man's right hand. There, she repeats the same procedure as she used before. Their weapons are immediately seized while their resistance immediately seized while they are restrained to the floor. The passengers are only now grasping what's been happening before their eyes. A murmuring chorus rises.
ご安心ください。皆さんの救出に来たものです。機内の安全確認が済んでいないので、どうか落ち着いて、まだ座席を離れないでください。
The passengers rope in a chair. There is sporadically a pause as well. But there is a slightly hysterical bridge to it in reaction to the tension of the situation.
すみません。心臓の持病で治療の必要な方がいらっしゃると連絡を受けています。お名前は
Just as the girl approaches the center of the plane, She senses a male passenger stand up from his seat. He is extremely calm and quiet as he does so. The girl Beverly picks up on the incongruity. All of the other passengers are nervous. It is then that she feels something hard pressing up against the back of her head. She knows without looking that is the muzzle of a gun. The nearby passenger cries of relief suddenly turn into screams.
先ほどの格闘の際に加勢せず、このタイミングまで待っていたのはなかなかの判断力だと思います。
The girl is unpropped as she continues to look straight ahead. The man stays silent and keeps the pistol pressed to her head. She knows she is in no danger of being shot, but she is not yet sure what he was the only thing he was hiding. Left with no choice, the girl accedes to his demands and moves forward. After about 10 steps, another man stands up as expected.
あなたもですか?
The man doesn't answer. He slowly approaches from the front. The girl now eats sandwiches from front and back. At that moment, footsteps sound from beyond the curtain, leading to first class. The two culprits are both react at once, but it's too late. Over 10 men in black rush at once from beyond the curtain. While the girl had drawn the hijackers' attention, with the scuffle, the stair car had closed in. First, they pinned down the man standing in front. The narrow passage gives the man beyond her a short reprieve, but it doesn't last long. The moment he lowers the hand gripping the pistol in order to escape, the girl grabs his wrist. So forced was he on the man. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sleepy, guys. So forced was he on the man who brushed onto the scene that he forgot about the threat the girl possessed. He is immediately stripped and restrained once he falls on his back. The girl stands up and looks around. If there were any more hijackers hijackers inside the plane. This would be their last chance to make a stand. But no response rises from their seat. She glances towards the man in black and they nod back in acknowledgement. It seems that the crisis has been averted. The girl carefully keeps her thoughts from appearing on their face and gives an inner sigh of relief. Soon afterwards, the sweeper team gives a report confirming that the aircraft is secure. The girl works with the cabin crew to arrange transportation. The man with the heart illnesses before steps out for a moment. The girl works with the cabin crew to arrange transportation for the man with the heart illness before she steps out for a moment. She stands on the stair car and turns on the blue designator light, waving in circles towards the set positions. It is the signal that the crisis is over. On receiving the signal, the set on the standby start talking amongst themselves.
時計見てください。5分かかってません。犯人最低でも3人いたはずなのに。まさにあれだな。噂にあるだろう。メインインなんとかって。班長、何なんですあいつら。というか人間ですか。
I guess now she's not. The captain sighs in redundance.
こいつはあくまで噂だが、去年上が某企業グループと共同で非公式の警備部門を新設したって話がある。なんでも常識では対処できない事案とやらのためだそうだ。部分的に警察権限を与えたとも言われてる。まあ非公式なことに権限も何もないがな。は？何ですかそれ。ここは日本ですよ。所属なし記録もなしの遊撃部隊、シャドーワーカーなんて呼んでるお偉方もいるとさ。
He turns on his own blue light as a sign of understanding and waves it left and right. The response light comes from up ahead. The girl then sees the captain spreading his arms in a shrug and smiles for the first time. She feels slightly bad for them. Her team may have ashamed them, though they had done nothing wrong. I should I should apologize to them later. But then, out of the corner of the girl's eye, near the entrance, the luggage carts at the corner of the building, figure catches her attention.
女の子。
誰? The girl seems to be about her age and she's wearing a plain cape like a dress. For some reason, her appearance feels unsettling. To begin with, given the heightened security, the parking entrance should be strictly sealed, yet the figure looked like a civilian.
一点確認をよろしいですか?
The girl calls to the sub captain over the radio. Noticing some slight interference, she looks down to adjust the frequency dial.
こちらから見て左手の荷物搬入口の前に。
But during the moment she looked away, the figure disappeared.
いない。そんなはず。
It's a ghost! The girl looks around, but the figure is nowhere to be seen. Where could she have gone? In this open space, with nowhere to hide.
どうした?
いえ。すみません。見間違いだったようです。
The girl shuts the radio off. Who was that just now? Was I truly seeing things? With those questions in mind, the girl tries to remember the figure's appearance in detail. Only then she realizes the cause of her unease. That light in blue dress. The figure. That light blue dress. The figure wore. Okay, that light blue dress. That light blue dress. The figure wore. It was similar to one of. It was very similar to one of those she herself had once. It reminded her one of those days when she did not have a heart. Can I save? The girl puts those thoughts aside and returns to the aircraft. The mission does not end. The mission does not end with taking the culprits into custody. In truth, along with defusing the situation, securing the safety of the particular passenger was her highest priority. This fact was not revealed to the SAT. The passenger was ordinarily seated in the first class, but would have been forced to move. The girl looks carefully through the restless passengers. It's not long before she finds the face she seeks. Looking Relieved, the girl walks through the passenger in question.
ご無事ですか、みつるさん。
アイギス、君が来るとはな。
The woman who answers has long, shining hair that would have made an expression on anyone. The woman who answered and made an impression to anyone, on anyone. Even sitting quietly in her seat, her refined appearance makes her stand out. But Igus knows this woman well.
こういった事件で呼ばれるとは正直意外でした。結局犯人側から声明などは出ませんでした。目的は何だったんでしょう。はじめはてっきりみつるさんが狙われていて、それで呼ばれたのかと思っていましたが。
上もそう考えて慌てたんだろう。おまけにあまり世に明かしたくない罪にまで乗っているとなれば。待てよ、罪に？
どうかされましたか？
思えばこのハイジャックは出だしからいろいろと奇妙だった。離陸しないうちに行動を起こし、タイミングも半端で搭乗案内を無理やり切り上げさせている。少人数で乗っ取りを成功させるための工夫かとも思ったが。
まさか狙いは人ではなく積み荷だと。確かにハイジャックとなれば積み込みが中断された残りの荷物など誰も注目しませんが。
アイギス、至急積み荷の無事を確かめてくれ。当たりならもう遅いかもしれないが。
In response, Igus instructs her team via radio to secure all luggage transport routes. Moreover, she requests to ensure that no luggage has been taken.
仮に読み通りだったとして、なぜ狙いがみつるさんの荷物だと？
ただの荷物じゃハイジャックに釣り合わない。だがあれが狙いとなれば話は別だ。
Is she gonna say underwear?
普通に奪おうとすれば霧状施設のセキュリティを突破して奪うか、護送の車列を襲うしかない。その点このやり方なら覚悟さえあればモデルガン数丁で国中を釘付けにできる。
Mitsuru smiles. I can tell that impressed with their accuracy
みつるさんの荷
and
物、
herself.
旅行用の私物というと下着類ですね。
Underwear. Sensitive belongings for vacation. I understand.
下着欲しさでハイジャックを起こされる。伝説になりそうであります。
Mitsuru's eye bludge at the unexpected comment.
話が飛びすぎだ。そういう私物じゃない。第一、下着類はこのカバンの。いや、下着の話はどうでもいい。
She forces a cough and stresses the conversation back on track.
私の荷物というか、正確にはエルゴ犬の遺物だ。今回の鹿児島行きは目的の半分は骨休めだが、もう半分はそれらの屋久島移送に立ち会うためなんだ。
The official name of Ergo Research is the Kirijo Ergonomic Research Lab. Both Mitsuru and Igus have many bitter memories associated with the name. A pall hangs in the air, but a radio transmission for one Igus him cuts the moment short.
私です。そうですか。了解しました。
Mitsuru looks at Igus questioningly, and she nods.
ご想像の通りです。移送予定だった荷物が一つ紛失していると判明しました。
やはりか。
With a small sigh, Mitsuru rises from her
取り
seat.
戻すぞ、アイギス。現場の収集は残りの隊員に任せて一緒に来てくれ。
Igus inspects Mitsuru's face carefully.
みつるさんも捜索に加わると。
まあ、当事者になってしまったしな。
それはつまり正式に服隊して捜索任務に当たられるということでしょうか。ありてえな言い方をすると連休返上上等でしょうか。
Mitsuru sighs with some exhaustion. Igus interprets her silence as approval.
では現時刻をもって隊長権限をみつるさんに移譲します。待機によりナンバーの最も若い隊員が指揮代行ですが、みつるさんは1番。我々警備部シャドウ事案特別制圧部隊交渉シャドウワーカーの正規の隊長であります。
まあ、暦通りに休めるはずがないと思ってはいたがな。
Trailing with cargo from Ergo Research suggests that her vacation was neither relaxing nor cheerful.
しかし、我々のキリジョーの生み出したもので誰かが傷つく事態は絶対に繰り返せない。必ず取り戻すぞ。任務である前にこれは誓いだ。
了解であります。
Igus answers loudly and snaps off the police salute that she's finally gotten the hang of. Nice save. I am Igus. My official name is 7th Generation Anti-Shadow Suppression Weapon. As my name implies, I am not human. I'm a humanoid weapon, essentially a robot. Though with the right clothes, a surprising number of people cannot tell the difference. I was created in a search lab owned by one of the world's foremost conglomerates, Kirijo Group. I was made to exterminate a certain enemy. Nyx. They are called shadow monsters born from people's repressed emotions granted dark life. Shadows can only be defeated by those with the special power of personas. One's persona is said to be the power to wield the shadows within. They are two sides of the same coin, though one cannot have a persona if they do not have a heart. I was given a mind to artificially develop a persona and a body close to that human. I was given a mind to artificially develop a persona and a body close to a human, so that my mind could maintain a personality. A heart designed for battle. A body designed for battle. I did not endure some of those suffering because of my original purpose. But now I have a place where I belong. Somewhere I can make full beneficial use of my powers. That is the Security Department Shadow Response Unit, or nickname the Shadow Operatives. The Shadow Operatives were formed at Mitsuru Kirijo's directive. She is the decision of my creators to the Kirijo group, as well as one of those who has been given the full responsibility of handling the shadows. Our objective is to identify and resolve incidents involving shadows. We do this by eliminating them. All of our members are persona users or have similar qualifications during operations. Our guidelines state that the number within the smallest numbers have command. The number that I was issued was number 5. Though I am not human, I am treated as a member, not a piece of equipment. Moreover, any number of the single. Moreover, my number is in single digits. It's possible that there will be missions like today. There I must take command of dangerous operations. In other words, I am recognized as having the same life and dignity as humans. Because Mitsuru-san and the others have such trust in me, I want to repay that trust with results. There is another reason I am working my hardest on this case. Soon after the hijacking was resolved, the stolen cargo was identified. His contents surprised me. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. The unit named Labyrinth. She is one of my sister units. She was sealed over a decade ago and has been with other artifacts ever since. Leverus, a humanoid weapon just like me. It's possible that she has a heart. And she does. I want to save her before she is issued. This is a mission, yes, but it's more than just that. I feel that it is a duty I must carry out. Thank you! Finally, Jesus! What time is it? Time for me to go! That's what the time is. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. I'm kind of tired. I'm sorry. So with that said, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. If not, I hope you guys have a good one regardless. Take care. Have a good one. And if we don't see each other, have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.